Hey guys! Today I'm going to share with you a tutorial. This is actually my second tutorial I've ever done for YouTube. I did one, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it took so long. I didn't have a monitor, so it was pretty difficult, but I decided to give it another try. So I think I'm going to buy a ring light. A few girls on the Ipsy OS page suggested the newer brand. It's like the Diva Light, but it's way less expensive. So I probably will end up doing more tutorials if I have that light. Probably not going to be too close together just because it is time consuming, and the only days I could really film a tutorial would be a Saturday afternoon, which a lot of times I have plans, but today I actually don't have plans till later today. So, I'm never going to do really, super hard or intricate eye looks just because that's not what I like to do. I'm not a makeup artist, so these looks that I create are stuff that more people are going to be able to do, your average person. So hopefully that interests some people. It may not interest others, but I tried to make it as simple and easy as possible. The palette that I used for this eye look is the Tarte Maneater palette. I wanted to show you guys that you could use this one palette to create a full eye look. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look using the Maneater palette, just keep watching. Hey guys, so first I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. Next, I'm going in with the MAC Paint Pot and Painterly, and I'm going to prime my lids. I've used this probably since 2007, I want to say, and I've tried so many different eyeshadow primers over the years, and nothing compares to Paint Pot and Painterly. It's so awesome, it lasts forever, and I just feel like you can't find a better base for any eyeshadow. Next, I'm going in with the NYX Micro Brow, and I'm just using the spoolie to just brush out my brows. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Duo in Caramel. I'm using the lighter shade, actually, I'm using the darker shade, and I have using a MAC 206 brush, and I'm just lining my brows and filling them in. I usually start off at the bottom and just, trace the outline of them. And then I go back in and I fill in all the bald spots. The front end of my brow usually is the most sparse. So I have to basically build a fake false front on my brows. Now I'm going back in with the NYX Micro Brown Ash Brown, and I'm just filling in the spots some more. Sometimes a brow pencil works better in some areas, so I just use both. And now I'm just brushing them out and blending them in. Next, I take a definer brush by Real Techniques and just clean up my brows. Now I'm going in with a brow highlighting pencil, and I'm just lining underneath my brows and above my brows. I'm not sure which one this is, but I will list everything below, all the products I used in this video. So once I line them, I just blend it in, just for a cleaner line. Next, I'm going in with the Maneater palette for this eye look. The first shadow I'm using is Meow. It's basically a matte bone color, and that's a e.l.f. brush. It's called Contour Brush, but I use it for right under my brows, just for highlighting. Next, I'm taking a Delium brush. It's called, 785. It's a blending brush, and I'm going in with the color Per, and I'm putting that in my Crease as a transition color. Part is basically a mauve color. It's matte. And just blending and blending and doing some more blending. Next, I'm taking a definer brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. And I'm just lining my lower lash line with the same color, Per. Next, I'm taking a larger blending brush. It's just a no-name brush. And I'm just softening the crease, blending the colors out. Next, I'm going in with a more dense contour brush. And I'm adding Saucy to the crease. Saucy is a matte warm brown. Going back in with a blending brush and blending in the color. Going back in with the contouring brush and adding more color to my crease. Next, I'm going into the color Passion, and I'm applying that to my lids with a flat shadow brush. Passion is just it's kind of matte, but I feel like it has a little bit of like, what is the word I'm trying to think of? A sheen. So it has a little sheen to it. The color I would call like an off-white. Now I'm going in and I'm blending. And now I'm back to adding more color to my lid. This color is Foxy. It's a gold, shimmery gold. And I'm using just a shadow brush. I believe this one is from Morphe. Next, I'm taking Max Fix Plus, and I am spraying it onto a brush, the flat brush again, and I'm going back into Foxy. This is going to help it give it a more dramatic look, more pigmentation. So I'm adding that. I sprayed it a little bit more, and now I'm adding it again. Next, I'm going back into Saucy, and I'm adding more color to my crease. Now I'm going onto my lower lash line with Saucy and adding Saucy to my lower lash line. Next, I have a crease brush again, and I'm adding the darker color Midnight to my outer V. I believe this is a MAC 217 blending brush. So with adding color to my outer V, I always start off with just a little product and add more and more, just because it's easier to add eyeshadow than to take it off. Midnight is a dark chocolate brown, by the way. It's a matte chocolate brown. Now I'm going in onto my lower lash lines and adding Midnight to my lower lash line. I usually don't go all the way over at first. I usually just kind of stay to the outer corners. Now I'm going back in with Per and adding that to my crease. And I'm cleaning up the edges with a concealer, the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and I think that's a Coastal Scents brush. I don't know the name of it, but it's just like a flat edge brush. And I just draw basically a line up and clean up all the area around it. So I draw a line, as you can see, straight upward. And then I basically use the concealer and get rid of all the mess underneath. So I add a little bit more concealer to the brush and then basically drag it downward. Some people use tape, but this is easier for me, it's quicker. I don't have to put something on my face. And I also don't want a super sharp look, so I blend it out a little as well. All depends on what you're going for. So now blending it out again. And now I'm taking the a ColourPop eyeshadow, a ColourPop liner, and I'm lining my lower lash line, or my waterline rather. I'm trying to think of the name. I will list it below, but it's a bronzy color. Next, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Foundation in the color Vanilla. And I'm using a flat foundation brush. And just applying it all over my face. Next, I'm going in with the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer and applying it to blemishes on my face. I believe the number is 03 in beige that I use. Just blending those areas in. Next, I'm going in with the NYX Dark Circle Concealer, and I'm applying that to my dark circles. I do a ton of layering when it comes to my under eye because my dark circles are pretty dark, so I definitely need to use more than one product. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal, and the color is light, and I'm adding a little bit of this next. I don't completely blend it in because I go in, actually maybe I do, now I forget. I think this isn't that great with using a brush, so then I go over it with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light to medium. This has a really good coverage. I just like to put something lighter underneath. I think I might get the Tarte Shape Tape in light because I've used them together, the light, medium, and the light, and I really like how that looks. So I'm basically creating a V, adding this on top, and I'm going to go back and blend this in as well. This is just another brush from Morphe. I think it may be a cheek brush. I'm not quite sure, but it's really small, so I use it under my eyes. I'm blending in. Next, I'm going in with another Real Techniques brush, and it's a setting brush, the setting brush. I'm using the Laura Mercier loose setting powder and the color Translucent, and I apply that under my eyes to set my my concealer. Next, I'm going in with an EcoTools full powder brush in the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder in the color Nude Beige 300. Next, I'm going in with the NYX Matte Bronzer and the color Medium. Using another Real Techniques brush. I think this is the I don't know, I think it's the face brush. I'm not quite sure, but I use it as a bronzer brush. All of the names have worn off, and I tried to look on the site, but it's not on there anymore. It's either a powder brush or a bronzer brush. You can use anything that works for you, obviously, whatever you have at home. Applying bronzer to both sides of my face and around my, on my nose and in my hairline and under my chin, just to add up some warmth to my face. Definitely start off light. You don't want to go in too heavy with bronzer on your face when it's just, you're not going for that super bronzy look. Just to add definition to your face. Now I'm going back in with a powder brush and softening everything out. Next I'm taking the blush in Hot Mama and I'm applying that to my cheeks with a Sigma large angled contour. It's the F40. I just prefer slanted brushes to apply my my blush with. I like them better than rounded blush brushes. So I'm applying Hot Mama to both my cheeks. I love this blush. I feel like I use this the most out of any blush that I own. Going back and softening it a little with a powder brush. Next, I'm taking the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, applying that to my cheekbones. The brush that I have is I'm using the Makeup Geek rounded blush brush. I don't know how this could be used for blush because it's so small, so I am using it for highlighter. Applying that to my cheeks. Next, I'm going in back to the Tarte Maneater palette. I'm using the color Lace. It's a highlighter, and I'm highlighting my inner corner of my eyes. With my Sigma pencil brush, it's the E30. I always wait until I finish my face makeup before I do the inner corners. Just because sometimes concealer will mess it up. Now I am using an eyelash curler, curling my lashes, and going in with the CoverGirl Clump Crusher Extensions Lash Blast. This is the first time I've used this mascara in this tutorial. I really like it. It's pretty good. Definitely has no clumps, which is a plus. Next I'm going in with the Essence Make Me Brow in the color Brownie Brows 02. And I'm just brushing them through my brows. And now I'm just going in with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel and brushing through with that. Setting my makeup with the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Next I'm going in with the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lips in Magic Wand. And that's it. You guys liked the look that I created. If you guys have any feedback, like tips or anything, I'd appreciate it. If you guys have any specific looks you want me to create, like a simple eye look, or if you want me to use a specific palette, just let me know below. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, post it down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and until next time, thanks guys, bye!